Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is KidLee, and this video is going to take a look at a few of the new items for Update 2.9. We're going to take a look at the crafting changes, and then we're going to take a look at some of the new vendors that have been added for Galactic Strongholds. So if you are not interested in crafting, I have put a timestamp down below this video that will take you to the vendor section. So on to what they've done with crafting. So as soon as 2.9 launches, the first thing you'll want to do is find your crafting trainer, because they have added a bunch of new patterns. This particular character is a weaponsmith, or I guess arms tech is the correct term. So if I actually go into arms tech, they have added a new section all the way down here at the bottom called Strongholds and Conquest. Now, I'm not going to go over the Conquest stuff in this video. That's going to be something for a later video, later date. So we're going to take a look at the Stronghold stuff. Basically what they've done is they've added these fabricator kits. You've got an industrial, and you see that it goes, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And basically you might ask, well, what do these new kits do? Well, I'm on the Imperial fleet here, and they have added 3 new droid vendors, and then there's actually 1 human type vendor. If we take a look at the map, it's down here in the newly revamped Strongholds and Crew Skill section. So basically, these new 4 vendors are split up into kind of sort of different categories. So if we take a look at the first one here, here is basically a bunch of decor. So basically, and I think I just said basically twice there, but this is how you're going to so-called craft decor with all of the different crafting professions in this game. So this particular first droid vendor, everything on here is industrial prefab kits, MK1, MK1, MK1. And we're going to skip this guy for a minute. We'll go over to droid number 2. Here are a bunch more, and these use the industrial prefab kits. Some MK1s, some 2s, some 3s. And if we go over to the final droid here, these ones are made with synthetic prefab MK1s. And so you can probably guess that they have split these up between the different crafting professions. And then this last guy here also sells stuff using the universal, but these are, I guess I'd call them console, and it's got your cargo bay, your guild bank, your mailbox, GTNs. So it's basically your utility stuff is maybe a better word for it. So if I just very quickly go over the 3 vendors again, I'll try and show you some of this stuff. We have got, I can actually left click to actually preview the item, and then the preview is going to show up over here. So we've got ammunition containers. We can kind of spin them around a little bit. And it doesn't really let me zoom in. There's no way of like going up and down on these previews. I can spin them around and I can zoom in and out a little bit. But when you zoom in, it kind of defaults to the lower half, which is kind of weird. So I can only do so much with this preview window. We have got a merchant sort of tent little area deal. That's right, I said area deal. Let's see, a basic Imperial chair. We have got the basic Republic chair. Bombshells. Computer Station Planetary, which is that guy. We've seen them in game before. Computer Station Starship, which is that guy. Diagnostic Console Galaxy. That's a cool one. That one's much more flat screen like. Let's see here. Let me actually scroll down here just a little bit. Diagnostic Console Medical, which is that guy. Almost looks more Jedi Archive-like than anything else. Orbital, which is that guy, another flat panel. Power, which that might be a new one. I don't think I've seen that one in-game anywhere. I could be wrong, though. With the little purple power dealies. Thingies and dealies. That's what they are. Generator ceiling light, which is that one. Heating vents. Holocall kiosk. Square box. Laboratory ceiling light, which is that guy. Make sure I don't lose my place here. A matrix converter. What is this? Some kind of a... Does it have a... Yep, that's more... That's a thing. Merchant's work table. It's just that guy. Has a little bit of alcohol on it, appears. Munition storage crate, which is an open crate. Networked lamp blue, which is that guy. Let's see here. Plasteel crate single. And I don't know if I really want to go through all of these. I want to leave some of the discovery to you guys. But I think you can get the idea. It's a wide variety of stuff. And it's going to be the same on all three of these. What's this one? Ancient Library Archive, which appears to have the same look as something else we already looked at. Barracks bunk bed. I think what we'll do is we'll just kind of look at the interesting ones. How about that? We'll look at the interesting ones. Fountain Jedi Temple. It's that little guy. What other ones stick out to me? Jedi Temple chairs. What's this one? Oh, the dual chairs. That's nice. What else we got? Let's look at a rug. A luxurious rug blue. Oh, actually, I like the pattern on that. That is cool. I do like that one. Luxury bed. Doesn't seem very luxurious to me. Networked lighting blue. It's kind of interesting. What else do we got here? Signs. Full gate purple. Oh, okay. Starship booth? What's a starship booth? Oh, alright. What else we got here? I think that'll do it for that one. Go back over to droid number 3 here. Ambient sensor device. So it is. The Corellian zoo sign. Can you read Hut T's? Ah, crap, I lost it. Let's try that one again. Where'd it go? There it goes. Alright. The Hollow Sign Corellia, which is that guy. Alright. Let's see. Hospital bed. Market canopy blue. Alright. You can put that outside on your stronghold. We got some plants. A researcher's desk. What's that one look like? Alright. Interesting. Sign Resort Orange. Yeah, cool stuff. But yep, that's basically the changes that they've made to crafting. So they've added this little section in here and added in the new patterns. So we'll go ahead and we're going to move on to the vendor portion of this video. And basically the idea that I have behind this is as soon as you jump in and you buy your stronghold, before you go to your stronghold, you need to check out some of the vendors. And these 3 vendors right here are priority number 1. And again, I'll take a look at the map, and I'm sort of in this corner of the Imperial fleet. Again, it'll be sort of the opposite, if you want to call it that, for the Republic fleet. And this guy just appeared here and is totally messing up my shot. Thank you, and your giant, annoying mount. So we've got 3 vendors here. The one all the way on the left, I'm just going to show you what the currency is first. The guy on the left sells stuff that requires cartel market certificates. The gal in the middle is just straight up money. And as you can see here, it's dirt cheap stuff. $250, $1,000, really dirt cheap stuff. So that's why I'm kind of showing you these, telling you this is where you want to go first, and you want to just buy a bunch of junk. And then number 3 is this one also uses cartel market certificates. So I'm going to actually start in the middle at the easy one first. And this one is short enough, I'm going to show you everything. So here is the basic lounge that you can buy. Nice little lounge. Next up, we've got the basic ceiling light yellow, which is this guy. Basic civilian table. Get your bar on. The basic junker's light, which is this little guy. And you can stack up a bunch of them things. The basic metal bed, which is that guy. We have got the basic metal chair. The basic metal couch. The basic tool shelf, which is that one. And then the simple merchant rug, which is that guy. And I can't really spin it around too much, otherwise I'm going to lose it. So that's, again, that's the money vendor, the one in the center. So on the left vendor, the cartel market certificate vendor, he's got a bunch of stuff here. I suppose I'll just roll through these here real quick. Circular sign, cartel coin. Whoa. What did I accidentally grabbed it there. There you go. Front and back on that. Equipment locker fancy, which is that. I believe that one is actually on some of the starships. A hut flag of some description. The luxurious rug, red. And again, there's that same pattern, but a red one. I like that pattern for some reason. I'm gonna have like a bunch of them. This is the luxury bed orange. We have got the market canopy, which is this guy. Market canopy red, I should say. Here we've got a light node, which is just a small little thing. There's these small little green plugs. And I'm sure that goes into that, if I were to guess. Potted plant, green brush, which is that little thing. That's kind of cool. Scroll down the list here. Potted plant, large fern, which is that one. Potted tree, autumn. We have got the red cushion chair. It is indeed. We've got the senator's rug. Pretty basic. And finally, the gumdrop tree. There we go. So that is the leftmost vendor. And then finally, on the right vendor, this is all NPCs. So like bartenders and Jawas and Twi'lek dancers. So here's bartender male. And I'll try and zoom in the best I can on this. But again, the zoom in thing is not very good. So there's bartender male. There's just a bunch of Jawas. It's like, here's plaincloth Jawa. Here's Jawa with guns and stuff. So all kinds of different Jawas. A medical droid Imperial, which is that guy. See, this one's actually centered like upward, and I can't drag it down. Serving droid. There's that little guy. Let's see here. Twi'lek dancer female. So you can definitely have a party going with this. Or for the ladies, Twi'lek dancer male. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. And finally, waitress female. And I think there are more NPCs out and about in the world. So, there are those 3 vendors. Next, I'm going to move on to the light side, dark side vendors. So here is the dark side vendor. And they have added a couple of pieces in here. So we have got the circular sign dark side, which is that guy. And we have got lightsaber forge, which is this crazy looking thing. Cool stuff. And I think that's maybe it. Yes, so. Alright. I'm now at the light side vendor. So we've got the circular sign light side, which is that guy. And then we've got the lightsaber forge for the Jedi, which is going to look like that. I do like the markings on that. That's very cool. Now we're going to take a look at the PvP vendor, and I actually want to show you the map on this one, because he is in kind of a weird place. You'd think he'd be up with the rest of the PvP stuff, but he's actually not. He's actually located down here in the corner of the Strongholds and Crew Skills area. So, for PvP, and again, this stuff is purchased with either the Warzone comms, or some of them are Dark Project MK1s and Universal Prefabs MK3s. So, a little bit of mix. But most of them are Warzone, or here's some that are actually Fleet comms as well. So, a little bit of a mix. So we have got Banner Imperial Large, which is that guy. The D5 Mantis Patrol Craft. And this goes on a very, very large plug. Actually, like an outside a starship plug are what the ships go on. Here's Flag Imperial Hologram. Rotating and all. We've got the Imperial Standard, non-rotating. And then here's the Interceptor. So basically we have all of the player ships, so I'm not going to show those. Hypergate Rig. What is this? Okay. Imperial Guardsmen. Oh, here's more NPCs. Need to have lots of guards in your stronghold. There you go. Imperial Transport Shuttles. So this is... again, for a starship plug or hook. Two big old ships. Propaganda posters, Imperial Scout. Oh, there we go. That's cool stuff. Let's see here. Propaganda, Imperial... Yeah, okay, there's another one. So that's it. And then there's... Well, here's the Phantom. But again, it's just that ship. And then there's actually two titles on this vendor now. Imperial Sanctuary and Starfighter's Lounge. Oh, what these are... I know what these are. Let me show you. So these are actually titles for your Stronghold. So in my previous first look video, if you actually watched that one, I told you how you could come in here and you could sort of name your Strongholds. The Strongholds don't have a conventional naming thing, like you can name them whatever you want. Instead, if you actually click on them, like this one says Monea Lee Stronghold. So the thing we were just looking at is a title for here. So it would say Monea Lee's, and then what was an example here? Monea Lee's Imperial Sanctuary, or Starfighter's Lounge. So here's a place where you can actually pick up more titles for the Stronghold. So cool. I did not know that until just now. So next up, I have relocated to the Cartel Bazaar, and it appears that this guy with the terrible mount continues to follow me. So the vendor we're looking for is the one with the cowboy hat. If we go ahead and we bring him up, he's got a few items here. And we have got some Carbonite Bounty Kingpin. Take a look at that, and there we go. You can have your own frozen people. And we've got Carbonite Bounty Rogue and Carbonite Bounty Smuggler. Their arms are actually reaching out on that. That's pretty cool. Go down the list here a little bit. The Bounty Broker flag. It's kind of a neat one. And the Weapon Rack Bounty Broker, which is that open box. And finally, the last vendor I'm going to show you guys is the Collector's Edition vendor. They did indeed add something for Strongholds on the Collector's Edition vendor. Well, for those of us that actually have this. Down here, the Statue of the Internal Grace. Let's look at this thing. There we go. I'll zoom in. Is it going to let me zoom it? Oh, come, come on, you thing. Oh, come on. Well, there we go. It's like a lady of some type. It's not going to let me, it's like glitched out. I can't really zoom in on it. But there you go. There is the Collector's Edition item for Strongholds. Looks kind of cool. It's kind of hard to see it, though. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That will go ahead and do it for this video. So stay tuned for my continuing coverage of Star Wars: The Old Republic. And with that being said, everybody keep playing and have fun.